and welcome to By the Fire podcast, where I, Ken, your host, take you through mythical tales and creatures from across the Black diaspora. Today, I'll be retelling a story of Anansa, who is an Efik mermaid from Nigeria, particularly the Calabar region. And I thought I would do this because I saw a TikTok that said, today drained me. And I thought, what mythical creature would be out there, or what spiritual creature would be out there who would go through an experience where they just felt tired, and learning about the Ekombi dance, which if you want to know more about it, you can check out my previous episode, Sea Mothers, in episode 16. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this short story. Wow, today drained me. A young girl by the name of Ekpo had wandered into my clutches whilst travelling along the Anansa, its true name, with her family. It's always the curious ones who are the easy targets. Once she was close to the pier, I peered closely at how she encroached my sacred waters. For someone so small in stature, she wasn't afraid of the waters rising and rising as she ventured deeper into the Cross River. Where are her parents? Could they not see that their daughter was obviously not in their world and belonged in my realm? Which child would dare maneuver the Navy bases just to enter my waters? Surely one who deserved to know the secrets of my Ekombi dance. Once submerged, I enchanted her so that she could breathe fine underwater. The poor girl could barely stand on the seabed. How was I going to train her? Once the music began to play, I began to sway my arms against the forces of the water. The percussion started quietly and began to crescendo as I moved with the tide. Showing initiative, Ekpo attempted to follow my steps as I began to take tentative steps forward. Instead, the waters beneath her feet carried her until she floated onto her back. I admired her drive, but could see that it would take multiple tries. A girl like Ekpo would be trapped in the water until she completes the Ekombi dance, and in the human realm, she remained asleep. Appearing in her dreams, I appealed to her to work with the water forces, not against, so that she would finish the task. Previous dancers learnt it in a few hours, but there was always one. Back on land, her deep sleep disturbed her parents, who dared not move her, once learning that she wandered off into my oceans. For people who supposedly don't worship me, they certainly do have fear in their hearts. Back in the ocean, Ekpo didn't stop exercising the moves I instructed her until she finally got it right. Feeling exasperated, I released air back into her lungs, causing her to breathe again and clamber up to the surface. Back in her home, she choked herself awake in a cold sweat. Her parents, asleep on the ground, woke up startled and wept, thanking the heavens for their daughter's wake from her comatose sleep. They should have been thanking me, and I would have caused more havoc for their younger daughter, but I was already drained. I didn't even care to. Ekpo got out of bed and began performing what I had taught her. That was a relief for me to know that she hadn't lost all my work. Her parents gasped in horror when she realised I had gotten to her, and knew that I would be coming back through her to find more girls to prepare for my homecoming after being chased away all those years ago. Be sure to rate and comment on Apple Podcast and follow on Spotify. You can also listen on SoundCloud and YouTube, and use the hashtag BTFpod so we can continue the conversation online, and I look forward to you joining me for the next episode. Follow at bythefire_pod on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, as well as By the Fire Podcast on Facebook. You can also join my free mailing list where I post a video with extra information relating to this episode. And if you'd like to financially support, you can support my Ko-fi, Ko-fi, where you'll be able to access behind the scene footage and transcripts of every story, depending on which membership tier you join. If you have a creature of folklore you'd like to hear or would like to be a guest on the show, send a submission on my website, www.bythefirepodcast.com. If you scroll all the way down, there'll be a submissions box where you can send me your ideas. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Next week, I'll be sending an email to those in my mailing list where they'll be able to receive all these extra tidbits. And yeah, if you want to be a part of that, get to it. Otherwise, I can't wait for you to join me again in 2 weeks' time by the fire. Bye!